These videos are meant for educational purposes only. Any trades taken in the financial markets are under your own discretion. The information taught should be demoed and only taken to live accounts under your own responsibility. E is Profitable will not be held liable for anything you do with the information presented. What's going on, guys? It's your boy E is Profitable. I'm doing a live recording right now. We're looking at the E-mini S&P 500. Today's March 15th, and this is what I was looking at. I was looking at the fact that price came below Tuesday's low, tapped into that 15-minute imbalance that I had marked right here, that it wasn't fully mitigated when it was created on Monday with the 945 15-minute candle. What price did is it created a relative equal high. So there's a ton of liquidity up here. You have daily highs, you have a double top. So overnight and through the morning, the market actually dropped really hard. I'm looking at that as a Judas swing. I'm looking at that as the algorithm taking out liquidity here. You got a lot of people that were going in long. Maybe they were looking at this as a trend line. So the market took those people out. When price tapped into this 15-minute imbalance, I went down into the 1-minute time frame. You can see where this was relative equal highs. The market went ahead and took that out and then immediately went down. So typically that's like a seek and destroy pattern that I teach in my YouTube channel. You're more than welcome to check that out. It takes out the highs first, the lows immediately, and then we can expect the market to be bullish. So it took out the highs, it took out the lows. And then what did the market do? You can see right here, after taking out these lows, you see a market structure shift once, market structure shift twice. It created a 1-minute order block. That's where I got in. This was a 5-minute balanced price range. So I'm expecting, if this was going to be bullish, I was expecting price to break through it, which it did beautifully. So at this point, we're just waiting and seeing, allowing the algorithm to play out. It's still kind of early. It's 9:24 a.m. So my first TP is actually going to be up here at this 15-minute imbalance. And then my second TP will be up here at this other 15-minute imbalance. Why that I picked that area? If you take a fib and you run it from these highs here to these lows, I'm looking at taking my first take profit somewhere within the 50% and higher range. And that's why I selected those two areas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let the market play its course. I'll go ahead and speed the video a little bit, and then I'll check back in here in a little bit. All right, guys. Real quick, I want to explain why I had this 15-minute imbalance marked here. Had it marked here because I was actually expecting price to come into it and maybe react to then go after these relative equal highs and all that buy side liquidity sitting up there. But as you can see, the market crashed right through it. And that's why it's very important for you to wait for confirmation. This is why I don't get into the market on limit orders. When you get in with limit orders, you're assuming, or you have an extremely strong inclination that you're going to be right, and I just don't buy that. So I like to wait for confirmation. That's how I get into my entries. So I'll go ahead and delete that since that was taken out. But you can see that how the market creates liquidity and then it takes it out. Right? It created this low. Let me go ahead and lock that up. Created this low, went up here, took out this buy side, took out the sell side, created the sell side, went after the buy side. It didn't take it out, but it created liquidity, right? Because retail traders are looking at this area as a strong resistance area. Comes down, took out sell side, comes back up, again, it's adding to that liquidity, is giving everyone the impression that this is a strong resistance area. The 39.71 area is strong. So what did it do then? It crashes again. So what did it do now? It induced a bunch of sellers. Everyone's looking at the market with the SVP bank and everything that's happening. They're looking to short the market. And all it did by coming down here is it created a Judas swing. It allows smart money to get into better, more discounted plays. And this is why we trade with the algorithm. This is why this is an algorithmic principle. And we allow market to come down, take out liquidity, and then we just ride that wave back up to the top. So I have a play running right now with one lot. So let's let the market play its course, and I'll be back here in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm back here watching the market. As you can see, it is doing exactly what I anticipated for it to do. So at this point, I am just allowing the market to play its course. Again, I am in a one lot position. Right now, I'm up $2,000. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that play out and let the market come back up. So I'm not taking any profits. I've already moved my entry to break even. I'm okay with it coming back down and taking me out if that's what it's going to do. But I suspect that what they're going to do right now is just run those buys real high, not give a lot of people the opportunity to get in and participate. All right, so I'm up 2,200 right now. I'm just gonna let the market play its course. If I find another entry, I will take it. So let's see what happens here. So when the market is bullish, what you want to see is the down candles support price. Right, you want to trail and make sure that the down candles are supporting price as the market moves up. So I suspect right now, although it took out buy side liquidity, they're going to continue to run it higher. I think right now, for the most part, most people are short in the market with everything again that's happening with the banks. So I am going long. So let's see. So you see how I like to change within the different time frames just to see what the market is showing. If you stay in the 1 minute, it can cause you to panic and exit your trades. You want to move between the 5 minute, the 15 minute, and then the hourly candle. And you see how strong that hourly candle is looking. So as long as that hourly candle closes strong like that, you have nothing to worry about. A lot of this comes with experience, with chart time, screen time, and understanding how the market and its intricacies move. Again, at this point, I'm just waiting. I'm being very patient, just allowing the market to play its course. I'll be back shortly. What you want to do too is you want to view. You want to take a look at the candles, how they're printing. You want to make sure that if you're bullish, that you see, the green candles print. You want to see full body candles. If you do see any red candles, you want to make sure that they're not stronger than the green ones. And again, you want to move between the different time frames. So right now, I suspect that we might see a little bit of a retracement. Let's see, go down to the 3 minute, the 1 minute. Yep, that's exactly what is happening here. And that's completely normal for there to be a retracement. Again, we have this 15-minute imbalance right here. So market can come down here, mitigate that, and then continue to move higher. All right, so we'll continue to monitor it. Typically, I would take a partial up here since we already took out buy side liquidity. But again, I have a strong indication that we're going to continue to move higher. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ride it out. I am completely fine with seeing this reverse on me. It's okay. I'm already up for the week anyway, so I'm not losing anything. So if I don't gain anything from this play, it's fine. I don't recommend that to people. Again, for the most part, you always want to take out profits. So I'm not suggesting that you do this. But if you're up for the week and you feel like you're in a strong play, then sometimes it's okay to do that. So let's see what happens. I like the expansion that we're seeing here. So again, I want to see price come up to these something happened there. I want to see price come up to that 15-minute imbalance. I'm not sure what happened here. Let me reload that. Oh, there you go. You see how price came up to that 15-minute imbalance that I had marked. So that's looking really good right now. I'm going to go ahead and close half of my position here since that is a significant expansion there. And now I'm moving my stop loss a little bit higher just in case. So I'm moving it to about, let's see what this is looking like. I'll move it down here to this order block, so around 38.89. So far, everything's looking really good. The market is moving as planned. So when I closed half the position, I made $1,400. That's $1,400. So I have the other half running. I'm looking for the market to move again up higher. I want to see it expand its wings and climb up here. I do believe that the market is it's going to go after these relative equals highs up here and attack that area. That's what I have a strong indication that that's what it'll do. I could be wrong, but again, you don't have to be 100% right to make money in these markets, right? So again, guys, I started a Discord group. You guys are more than welcome to join. There's a lot of content. It's not just my content. It's not a course. It's direction that I'm giving you. I know a lot of new traders need direction. There's so much content out there. You don't know where to start. You don't know what, who to learn from. I am giving you direction. I am showing you step by step what you need to see, what you need to learn in order for you to become profitable. It's a beautiful community as well. There's different chat rooms from indices, forex, gold, crypto. We have a motivational area in there as well, and we have a lot of great members that are part of the community, guys. So definitely take a look at that. So right now we see a reaction off that 15-minute time frame that I had marked. So at this point, what I like to do is I like to ask myself, what could the market do next? Could this be potentially the turning point and it reversing completely? If not, what are the PD array areas where the market could come back to? So again, if you look at this, let's say this retracement that occurred from here to here. So we're looking at 50% to be around this area. So you don't want the market to move too deep into that area. So again, with this move that happened in the morning, I was able to close out solid. Let's see, I had posted it in my Discord group. Where's my profits right here? So far, $1,700 for the day, for the morning, I would say. So it's beautiful. So again, this is my Discord group here. Let me see what he's asking. Show, is that a breaker? No, I got in a 15-minute imbalance created on Monday, and then lower time frame. See it. Let's go back here. So again, my entry came from the 15-minute imbalance that was created on Monday. Market took out sell side liquidity. I saw a beautiful reaction from that 15-minute. And this is where we're at now. So I don't like that the market is respecting this area very strongly. But we'll see what happens. Again, don't forget I have that 15-minute imbalance marked right here. So it could very much do something like this. Tap here and then expand higher. Let's see what the 5-minute looks like right now. It's kind of giving me the vibes that that's what it's going for. So just go ahead and chill out for right now and watch it. I'll circle back here in a few minutes. All right, so depending on what happens here, will determine where the market is headed right now. So I got my stop loss right below this order block around here. It's still in above entry, so I'm not worried about it. But let's see what happens here. Actually, so it ran through that. This is like the last line of defense. This little area here. This little order block right here, it's the last line of defense for me. This is a 5-minute order block. So most definitely you want to see price react from this area. If not, then most likely it's going to crash lower. And again, I'm good. I made 1,700, so I'm not tripping about losing half the position. Again, I was already up for the week, so can't get greedy, man. $1,700 in one day is lovely money, man. Don't let none of these online gurus make you think that that's not good money, man. That's really good money to make in one day, man. You make $1,000, be happy. $500, be happy, man. You don't need to make 100,000 in one day, man. That's ridiculous. The fact that people shoot for that as a target, man, and that causes a lot of people to lose their accounts. So you see right here how I tapped into the 5-minute BPR balance price range. We're also within that 5-minute order block. So what I want to see now is I want to see price move up right here. I want to see price go above this little fair value gap here. I want that to turn into a balanced price range. So I want that to become support and see price move higher. So this is why in this little range here, right, you don't want to panic. That right there, you don't want to panic. You know, that's why you have to have your bias. You have to know exactly what you're looking for, and you have to have that screen time to understand what price could potentially do. So if it takes me out, again, it took me out, you know, you learn from that. You see how I set up that fair value gap. So you want to see, you don't want to see price respect that. You want to see price go through it. So let's see what happens. I'll check back here in a second. All right, so you see that reaction you got off that fair value gap. I wanted it to be opposite. I wanted that to break through it, and it didn't. So so far it's looking like we're gonna break lower. Again, My stop loss is sitting right below this 5-minute order block, and we'll go ahead and reevaluate everything if it runs through it. So yeah, I mean, it's looking like that 15-minute imbalance was the turning point there. But we'll see what happens. What you will find sometimes is that the market will do little moves like these to scare whoever got into buys in this area. It'll do stuff like that to scare people out, and then with the intent to go higher. So you just got to watch it and see what happens. But even with this move that happened, and with me not taking most of my money when it reached this 15-minute imbalance, I am a strong advocate of taking out partials. So just know that, because you have no guarantee that the market is going anywhere. It can instantly flip on you. Something can happen. A big news can come down. War can be announced, whatever. And the market can just collapse. So you want to be very, just very careful with that, man. And you want to take advantage of money that is when it's given to you. So again, we have that 5-minute order block mark that I mentioned a few times, and my expectation is that the market is going higher. I had my stop loss right below that 5-minute order block, and so far it's looking like it's respecting it. So we'll see what happens. I'll check back with you guys here in a few minutes. So you see this reaction we see here on the 5-minute order block. That's beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see. All right. So now we want to see expansion. We want to see the market move up aggressively. So let's look at the 1 minute and go ahead and move this a little bit to the left so that you guys can follow me with what I'm seeing and how I'm viewing the market. And just FYI, this balanced price range was a 5-minute balanced price range, in case you guys want to go ahead and take a look at that in your charts. So this is how I'm looking at the market. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Beautiful reaction, guys. Beautiful reaction. So man, you gotta look at this, man. You gotta really understand the intricacies of algorithmic trading, guys. You can see how we took out sell side liquidity. We started to break higher. We retraced off that 15-minute imbalance. Do you realize how many people this induced to go into sales? And look where we're at now. We're right back up there. So this is where discipline matters. This is where patience matters. This is where experience matters. Go ahead and mark this right here as a 1 minute fair value gap. Price could come down to that area and then move higher. So let's see what happens here. So again, guys, as we allow this to play its course, let me go back to the Discord group. This is my Discord group, guys. We have different chat rooms. Again, we have different educational direction for beginners, intermediate, and advanced traders. We have a few trading models. I provide mentorship as well. So all these plays I do post them on here. I'll show you an example of 2 days ago. You can see right here I was looking at some sales, and I'm just sending it play by play, showing my thought process as it hits TP. Letting everyone. Sometimes I'll send it just to give people an opportunity to get in if they want to. But again, this is not a signal service; is more of a educational platform and community. So again, the link will be on this video for those that are interested to follow. All right, guys, so we're here again we have this 1 minute fair value gap marked. I am looking for price to react from this area. This is what you want to see. This is the price action that you want to see. If you are bullish, if the market is bullish along with you, that is what you want to see. You don't want to see the market crash beyond these areas, beyond these PD arrays. So let's continue to follow. All right, guys, so again, we're watching the market. We're looking for a reaction to take place from here. Let's see what happens, guys. Notice the patience that I've had in this play. All right, notice that you can't psych yourself out. You got to know what you're looking for, and you got to know what the market is supposed to give you. So if we see this break through this area, then we look for a PD array that may be sitting below that could still tell the story that the market is still bullish. But this does not mean that you're going to keep thinking is bullish and keep thinking is bullish and the market is going to keep running through PD arrays. It does not work that way. All right, so we're supposed to be seeing a reaction from this area. The market could potentially come back to this order block one more time. I don't want to see it happen. I want to see it react from here. So let's see what happens. You see what I'm saying, guys? When you have the experience and you know how the market moves, you don't get psyched out by these little moves, man. You see how I was expecting price to react from that 1 minute fair value gap, and that's exactly what I was waiting for, and that's what we got. So now you want to see the market expand higher. That's what you're looking for. You don't want the market to reverse from here and crash lower. That's a no-no. All right, so let's continue to watch. All right, guys, so we're back looking at this, looking at the market, seeing how it moves. You notice that reaction we got from that 1 minute fair value gap. We want to see the market continue to expand higher. The way I'm looking at this is that today, Wednesday, I want to see the market form the high of the week, move up to the upside. You don't want to see it crash. So we'll see what happens. I'll come back to it here in a few minutes. So you see what the market did here, how it reversed in a sense, and it tapped right back into that 1 minute fair value gap. That is pretty normal. That can happen. So sometimes you'll see that happen and then it takes off. But what you don't want to see is for it to delay too much in this area. So if that happens, I'll actually move my stop loss to above the 5-minute order block, and I'll be fine with that. So again, I moved my stop loss, and it'll probably get taken out here. I don't like how this is looking. We wanted to see a reaction from this 1 minute fair value gap, and it did not happen. So most likely the market is going to continue to push down further. So we'll see what happens here. All right, so that took out my position. I was still up for the day. I'm up $1,800 for the morning sesh, so not bad. So at this point, I'm going to sit back, sit on my hands, and let the market tell me what it wants to do, and then reevaluate everything and then go from there. So that's it for this morning session. I might come back and do another live for the PM session. We ended the morning session up $1,800. So that was a pretty solid morning session despite the market reversing and taking out the entry that we had from that 1 minute order block. All right, guys, so stay tuned for more live videos to come, and thank you for joining.